Well, this was a very interesting topic, and I think it was something that I think about a lot. But I don't think about it consciously, but I think about the results of it quite a bit. And so it was good for me to ask, okay, what is it about the respect, about buy-in? What are the different elements? And then I also thought about where do they come in time? Because I want to know how I start. So example would be if a new leader came to the school site, where am I? Am I buying in immediately? Am I watching? Or am I somewhere in between? And so it was really good for me to think about, okay, where is that? So what I kind of calculated was, I think I give everyone all their marbles first, and then I start taking marbles away in a teacher format there. And so the element of common sense, what I would call common sense, what others may look at as uncommon or in common sense, but does it make sense to me? And I really struggle with this in self-concept because it needs to make sense to me. And it's that little voice that talks to me, and sometimes I've gone down roads that don't make sense to me, and I should have listened to that voice. And so I'm at a place in my life where I'm listening to that voice. And I understand I need to grow, and I saw the video and understand that I need to change and I need to elicit, but it has to make sense to me. And if it doesn't, I just may find myself down a road that I don't want to go. So common sense is one. Respect is absolutely important to me as well. Now, saying that, I can follow a leader and will follow a leader without buying. 1 minute. And so respect is important. I will give to a leader and give my efforts, but I won't give it wholeheartedly, and I will not buy into the vision. And so respect is important. Respect of having a hard work ethic, of being knowledgeable in their craft, things of that nature. The last one is results. I need to see that a leader has results, that they've done this before. Or if they haven't done this before, that as we go down this road, I'm seeing things change for the better. Because if I'm not seeing that, I'm not buying into where we're going. And so I think those were the three things that really resonated on when I'm buying in, when I'm in that zone, what is it about the leader, about myself, that I'm looking for?
Right, would you like to lead a brief discussion for a couple minutes on
Please. Yes. So I want to know from you, have you had those moments where you were in that place, where you bought in, that you were following this leader, that there was nothing that would take you away from that vision that they were eliciting? Or, if not that, were there times where you just weren't there and you realized, gosh, this isn't a place that I'd like to go, or this isn't a direction that I believe in? And if so, how did you navigate that?
Kirk? Yes. A lot of what you said just really resonates with the experiences I've had over the years. I can recall one company, the second company I was with out of college, that the fellow who started this company was, in my initial opinion, so outrageous with his vision that I was looking for him to fall. I just kept seeing success after success after success. And after a while, the buy-in certainly did take place, but as you point out, you must see that. And with that, he gained a great deal of respect from me for the success. But again, this is terrific. Very, I've heard it said one way or another, but you stated this so succinctly that this is very helpful to me.
I think mine is kind of the opposite. My husband and I, we bought into a leadership, a guy by the name of Keith Johnson, and his company was Dreamation Studios, and we invested in that company based on the influence of a friend of ours, and we saw value in what he was trying to do, so we bought into it, so we invested into that. But after the progression of time went by, we saw that his words didn't correlate with his actions. He would say one thing to us of what would happen, but the outcome was not correlating with his words. So I think we were duped. I feel we were duped, you know, and so we fell out of love with his leadership, you know, but we're kind of stuck right now, so.
I was telling about Dave about this recently, but I got involved in politics, right? And for about 3 years, I was just completely engrossed in certain politicians based on their campaign promises and what they stood for and their track record. But where I fell out was on the results. When you don't see any of their policies play out in real time or ever seeing playing out, and it was disillusioning, extremely disillusioning to me. So the buy-in, it helped me get educated, right, on what politics is about. But at the time, I bought completely into the vision, I guess, or the projected vision. But ultimately, it was the results that weren't there that caused me to retract my involvement or my support for that vision.